Okay, the second round. Yeah, we'll play first still. Yeah, this looks fine. Got our colors, got an Essence Scatter, got an Augur. We got things to do. I like this hand. Hopefully we'll draw a little better than last time. We cut it a little close against that pretty sketchy deck, so would be nice to have a little bit smoother of a draw. I mean, you got to expect that you're going to draw quite a few lands every few games when you're running 18. It is a factor. But our deck wasn't cooperating really. We bricked on Bolas. I mean, I don't think we have that many targets for it, so it's not shocking, but it's always a little disheartening when you play an Augur of Bolas and then see like your two best removal spells and all the lands you need, and they all go to the bottom and you don't hit anything, and then you play another one and you do the same, and it's like, I certainly don't expect to hit stuff with it every time, though. Sweet card, though. I just like that it's a 1/3 on the ground. Questioning if we would play a 1/3 for 2 with no extra ability. All right. Just looking to Essence Scatter. Any reasonable threats here? Sweet. He's doing nothing. I can definitely live with that. We even got a redirect, which is pretty sweet, although it won't come into play until later. Timberpack Wolf, I think we can just let resolve here. Reason being that I'm going to run out the Augur here, and he blocks it. All right, we brick again, and there's 3 of our good cards. We have a bad habit of doing that. So who's got here? That is a card that we would love to Essence Scatter. I cannot wait to scatter that, because that card's a pain. All right, we even get to untap. And we're going to run out the Windrake here. Pass turn back. We can block with impunity now that we've got redirect as well, in case he's got a giant growth or a titanic growth or something along those lines. Bloodhunter Bat, that resolves. Annoyingly, that resolves. But we've already got that covered as well with the Windrake. Yeah, I feel like we should probably keep hitting our land drops here. Normally I'd start to get a little concerned about Mind Rot or whatever, but when we've got big stuff sitting in our deck, like Stormtide Leviathan and such, and we should just keep hitting our drops, I think, in case we draw it. All right, he's going to offer the trade with the bat. We are going to take it. Snap trade. Longer this game goes, the happier we are, so getting that thing out of the way is just fine. Does he have another? A giant scorpion. Sure. Giant Scorpion is not a big deal. Archaeomancer. Well, that's interesting. I like that, actually. I'm going to Archaeomancer for the Essence Drain. Or Essence Scatter, I mean. Sure, he knows we have it, but what is he going to do? He's got to do something. And that Giant Scorpion's not going to win him the game. He can start pinging us for 1 with it, but I'll just eat that. I'm hoping he has a Mark of the Vampire that we can redirect. That's pretty dreamy. Yeah, he doesn't want to play into it. I'm just going to keep playing him. We are ready for our friend the Stormtide Leviathan to show up anytime. Second Timberpack Wolf. Yeah, you got me, buddy. That is Essence Scatterable. He gets to resolve his other threats because that one's good enough. It just is. It just gets his other, it just enables the other one, and Crust doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think I actually am going to play, because, you know, what I'm thinking is even if he has the Mind Rod, I can just redirect it right back at him. Also, I would like to be able to, like, if we do keep flooding a little bit here, I wouldn't call it flooding, but if we keep hitting lands, I think that being able to play Stormtide Leviathan with redirect mana up would be absolutely fantastic, because when he draws his second swamp and goes to murder it, we can make sure that doesn't happen. All right, so this thing's just going to keep happening. I think I'm just going to take this forever. Like, if he kills me with it, then he kills me with it, but I'm not going to encrust that. And he plays a Vastwood Gorger, which is okay. I mean, it sucks, but it's going to get encrusted. All right. The question is, do I take the hit from it, or do I chump with the Archaeomancer, which isn't doing a whole lot anyway? And the answer is, I take the hit from it. And because right now, he can't attack with the Wolf because I've got these two to double block. He trades Archaeomancer for Timberpack Wolf, which isn't a great trade for him. So we are just going to keep drawing lands and encrust this guy. We cannot redirect a Naturalize, unfortunately. We just don't have any... there's no other target for it currently, so... Yep, we go to 8. Elder Scale Worm. Well... huh. Okay, well, we got game against Elder Scale Worm. We are going to pacify it. And yes, we don't really have a way to get past that thing. I don't think we have any way to make him lose life or lose life. But we can mill him. Right? It's just damage. Yeah. So we can mill him. All right. So what is he prey uponing here? He's prey uponing this. All right. So I may choose new targets for target spell. I think I would like to do that here. So I will use the ability, but how will I do it? So I can have the Giant Scorpion kill the Elder Scale Worm and just not worry about that. I can have the Giant Scorpion kill the Vastwood Gorger, or I can have the Giant Scorpion kill the Timberpack Wolf. I think I'll just have these two killed because these are ostensibly out of the way. Hey, I want to change it. Oh, it's got to be something I control. All right, well, at least I can have it target this. All right, so I can't have them do that because they're the two of the same things there. So no matter what, I'm only able to save my Archaeomancer. I don't know if I would have done that had I thought that through, which I obviously haven't seen that interaction before. Of course you can. All right, now he's battling, so I don't have anything in my hand, but he's probably just got a Titanic Growth here now, and he's going to start beating me down with these two creatures, which seems fine. Yeah, and we drew an island, so we have definitely flooded pretty hard here. We have outs. We don't have many. Yeah. Scroll Thief, not the worst. Not the worst. Oh, that's really bad, though. That's actually lethal. So he's got at least 3 Timberpack Wolves, so yeah, we're dead here, but... Okay. We drew a lot of lands. You know, like, not an excuse, just look at it. You know, it is what it is. We drew a lot of lands. I'm going to bring in the negate. I like to have that against Prey Upon and against pump spells. I think that seems fine. The Encrust was good. I think most of our cards are good versus him. Clone is excellent versus him. Scroll Thief, no, not very good. I don't want to go down to 9 creatures, but Scroll Thief is pretty bad. All right, this will work. Now we kind of want to flood out. Bond Beetle. Okay. You cast a Bond Beetle. Is there anything on turn 2 that we really need to Essence Scatter? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to bolus here. I mean, if he plays a Timberpack Wolf, the first one's fine. It's the second one that we really want to get. All right. And of course, we see exactly what we wanted to draw, which was 100 lands in a row. Getting used to that. Play this. Yeah, now we've got Scatter up. We're not going to use that clone for a long time. We're either going to hit, we're going to hit a 6-drop or a 7-drop with it. All right, so I will go ahead and Scatter now that we have the opportunity. Since we know how many wolves he's got, and I'm going to run out the second Augur here. Hoop. Nothing. Maybe I don't have enough targets. I think I do, though. Should I Mind Sculpt him now? No, I don't think so. I can get Chandra or something to do stuff later. It doesn't really matter when I do it. Yeah, that's fine. We can clone that if we need to. Yeah, I'll just encrust it. Pass turn. Yeah, take a little damage here. Use up some mana in an inefficient manner. Maybe he'll even play a 5. Oh, Deadly Recluse. Do love that card. All right, so we've drawn our other Mind Sculpt, which is pretty good here. All right, so let's encrust this so that we stop taking damage. Pass turn back. When he attacks with the Recluse, we do have a choice here on if we want to double block it. Should be a trade, but... Ooh, never mind. That's a good one. We have no blocks now. All right, Pacifism. Pacifism is an interesting draw. I can also just clone the Spider. Force a trade there. I think I'd rather pacify the Spider, though. Yeah. Doesn't have any attacks currently. He's going to need another Exalted guy to do attacks. I mean, he could send this thing in, but I just double block it. Well, this is definitely a risk I'm taking here that he has the pump spell, but even then, he's only attacking with this one thing anyway. Man, he's a risk taker, this guy. If I had redirect there, he's just blown out, but I don't. He's going to play a Beast Tracker, but what is he going to get? What do you grab, sir? He can get his Elder Scale Worm, but that's not coming down for a few more turns. He's just going to get a Nighthawk. And we draw a card that we cannot cast. Could help us win the game later, of course. But man, we're going to take a ton. We're taking 3. We're going to take 6 damage next turn, and then he's going to follow up with the Nighthawk that we're going to clone. Yeah, I guess so. That's really sketchy, but I think that's where we're at here. We get 2 more life back off of it that way. He might not even cast it. He does. Clone that thing. Now he can just swing in with like any one... Oh, he's got Plummet. Oh, he's got... Yeah, he had Prey Upon. All right, so we're just dead, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got one more turn, but... We are the deads. Can't get enough lands here. Yeah, we're just dead. All right. So yeah, our deck didn't really work out there. I feel like we ran a little bit poorly with it, but it also wasn't that good of a deck. I usually like my decks to be more direct, more polar, right? Like I want it to be very controlling or very aggressive, and that one was kind of ended up awkwardly in the middle with kind of some value spells and some big spells, but not really the tools. I wanted Fog Banks and Vodalcan Entrancers. Instead I had Wind Drakes and Augur of Boluses, which are also okay, but yeah, I think that that deck certainly could have been a bit better there. Overall, though, kind of fun, and the kind of deck that I've been drafting in this late portion of M13, and I'll probably continue to do until it's over. All right, guys, thanks for watching my videos. As always, if you'd like to give me any feedback, you can do so via email at limitedresourcespodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I don't know why you're not on Twitter if you're not on Twitter. It's a great place to keep up with Magic personalities of all types. My name happens to be Marshall_LR on there, but there's many others. You can follow Mark Rosewater, the lead designer, Aaron Forsyth, the head of R&D, the guys from Wizards that actually make the game. You can follow all the pros like Louis Scott Vargas and Brian Kibler and those guys. And you can even follow like people like me that make videos and do commentary. And yeah, really fun. And you can interact and everything. So check that out. And then on Magic Online, all you have to do if you want to join the clan is message me right here, Marshall_LR, and say I'd like an invite to the clan, and I will get you one. Let's do a clan update. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's just take a little look here. Well, we've won 296,711 packs, and we are at 1,922 members of the Limited Resources clan, and if you'd like to be one, just leave me that message. All right, guys, thanks, and we will see you next week.